Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And this morning I'm having a conversation with Sandra Harnell from Pilgrim's Hatch near Brentwood in Essex. Good morning, Sandra. How are you doing?
Good morning, Carolyn. Yes, I'm doing good. The sun shines out today after the mixed weather of yesterday.
Yes, I saw somebody who took some amazing photographs of the storm clouds coming towards Whittam, and my goodness me, they are incredible. Yes, and that we had a squall go through, so yes, it was quite an interesting weather day yesterday. I
Yes,
hope you weren't in a garden.
I was my first
Oh,
job in the garden.
oh dear. Well, I hope that you had a good raincoat on and you didn't get
Yeah,
wet.
yes, I did all right. Nearly got blown over by the wind, but we
I'm
did all
not
right.
surprised. Yeah, I'm not surprised. It was really quite strong. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yes. So my question, which I ask everyone, is, what do you enjoy doing when you're not working?
I'm out in my garden, or I'm planting, or I'm pruning, or I'm growing stuff. Yeah, that's me.
And there are lots of other things you do too, aren't there? Park runs. You
Oh,
volunteer park runs.
yeah, I've over 10 years now. I've marshalled or volunteered at park runs. Started with senior park runs, which are on Saturdays, and I now do the juniors, which is on a Sunday morning. And it's good fun. They're between 4 and 14 years old, and they're great kids. Different most weeks, but yeah.
It's great, isn't it, to see the enthusiasm and also them being outside.
Oh, definitely. In all weathers, and sometimes even when it's chucking it down with rain, we get bigger numbers than bright sunny days. It's quite amazing. But the
Mm.
parents usually get them there anyway. So
Yes, I think it's great, isn't it? And of course, you said you love gardening and being out in the garden and, excuse me, growing things. Again, being outside, volunteering and marshalling for the park runs. It's all an outside thing, and there's great things that we can all do outside.
yes, and I also support South Essex Wildlife Hospital, which is at Dorset near Grays. I've been supporting them 20, 30 years. Um, Sort of small financial bit, and do towel runs and things like that when they get short. So I collect up and then drop them down.
Mm. Yeah, yeah, I think it's great, isn't it, that we all find a little sort of niche for ourselves, and we're able to sort of and one thing grows to another and goes to another. It's kind of things evolve, don't they? It's not just being outside. It sort of tends to go on, and you sort of, before you realise it, we're doing all sorts of things, aren't we?
Yes. Um, a, well, a friend of mine that I've met in the recent years, she has a daughter with special needs.
Hmm.
We go out, we go and do nature walks. I've been helping her with identifying birds and foraging. And it's so good because she's really, you know, jumped into it and thoroughly enjoys it. So it's good.
I think too. I think that it's perhaps something to do with the sounds about being outside that can be quite calming, can't they?
Yeah. And also as you're walking, what's under your feet
Mm.
is soft, it's spongy, it's not hard walking, it's
Mm.
gentle, and you find things gentle or little things growing between cracks, and
Yeah.
it's getting helping her to sort of like be in the moment.
Mm. Yes, because you've got the grass, haven't you? And then you've got the crunchy leaves in the autumn on the ground. You've got all sorts of different textures, haven't you? That would
Oh,
interest somebody, or would not necessarily interest them, but it would create, interest in their mind, if they have special needs, because it's all the sort of touch and sounds, isn't it?
it's calming.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, and listening to the birds, and that you just, as you say, in the moment, of being outside. Yeah, yeah,
She loves
um,
going to bird hides and
yeah.
watching. Yeah.
Yes, it's fascinating, isn't it? Being in a hide and just sort of seeing what comes in and lands. And yeah, I was in a bird hide doing a walk, I think tail end of last year, which was interesting, down in Tollesbury, on the marshes. Yeah, it was interesting. But yes, I think being outside. I used to garden in all weathers, especially when it was that drizzle rain. The weeds used to come up better.
Yes. Give way. Give up a little.
Yes, yeah. But yeah, I think gardening and walking outside and bird watching and animal watching and walking is all great, isn't it? It's all what we take in, what we what you get from it. I think is really important.
Yes. Definitely.
Yeah. And you mentioned that you love being in your garden. So what are your plans for this year in the garden?
Well, it's developing. Quite a few things are now well established, like raspberries, black currants, my herbs. Um, it's now starting to clear, ready to plant. So, like summer veg and things ready for the autumn, because they take time to establish and to grow and develop. Yeah, there's plenty out there. There's garlic, onions. Trying to think where else I've planted. Oh, there's broad beans. They're starting to flower. The apple trees are in flower now.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, I've
That
got two.
seems quite early for apple blossom, is it not?
Right, there's two miniature trees. One's 2 weeks ahead of the other.
Hmm.
Uh, Different varieties, one each side of my garden. And the one that's nearest the fence and the sun is the one that always blossoms first. And it's got little tiny bits of blossom on it already.
Oh, I think it's great that these miniature trees that people can grow, whatever the size of their garden, whether they've got a bigger garden and have a full-blown tree, or a miniature tree. I think it's brilliant, how we can adapt what we want to grow to the size we want to grow it, to the size of the garden that we have to grow it in.
Well, these two trees were heading for a lady's son's bonfire because she'd had
Oh,
enough of them. She had them planted in tubs and wasn't interested in them anymore. And I
yeah,
said, "Oh, yes, please." So I got my hand to go and pick the tubs up,
yeah,
and I planted them in the garden, one each side, and they fruited. I've had them 3, 4 years now,
yeah.
and they fruited each year. They're only
Wow.
little apples, but they're just
Hmm.
a couple of mouthfuls. They're fine, but they're tasty.
Yes, that's the whole point, isn't it? And they've not been touched by
Yeah.
anything. They're just a natural apple that you can taste.
I'm a rescuer. If I hear of things that are going to the dump or going,
Yeah,
especially garden wise,
yeah.
uh, it's I'll have them or I'll find a new home. Yes.
Yes, but some of us have got green fingers and some of us haven't. I can grow violas,
Yeah.
but I can't grow pansies.
Oh, okay.
They die on me. Whatever I do, they die. So I've given up.
Enjoy
But
the vine.
yes,
Enjoy what you can
yeah,
grow.
absolutely. Yeah, yeah. And do you belong to any sort of garden groups or anything like that, or you just sort of
I
do
have
it on
in the
your own?
I have in the past. It's fine. finding the times to go and do a regular membership.
Yeah.
You know, it, it might come. I might go and join the local Brentwood Guild of Gardeners.
Mm.
I've been for one meeting, but it's I'm doing other things in the evenings, so it's
Yeah.
sort of like, oh, I've missed it, and it's
Oh,
just
yeah. Yeah, see, life can get sort of busy, can't it? I mean, I joined the local U3A where we have a fruit and veg growing group, and we have a monthly meeting where we meet for coffee, and we talk everything but gardening. It's very funny. And then the chap that runs the group, he says, "I think we need to talk a little bit about gardening, don't you?" But yes, it's I know what you mean. You know, you get so busy doing other things, and then the things that you want to learn a little bit more about, you don't have the time for. But yes, it's I think it's great, isn't it, that we just sort of we find our little niche in what we're good at, and we do it.
yes, yeah,
I think I don't know where I got my gardening interest from. My grandparents used to love their garden. Ours was a bit wild. We had goats, and we had chickens and free range guinea pigs in ours growing
right,
up. Yeah, and yeah, it was a lovely garden. I think I earned my pocket money by doing weeding. It was sixpence I earned on a Saturday.
yeah. Well, my mum, in between working, because back in the 50s it wasn't normal for mums to work. Well, my mum worked, so I went to childminders
Mhm.
and school early and things. But she would, at times out, there would always be stuff growing in the garden, flowers rather than vegetables. My dad was the vegetable grower.
Hmm.
I know how to dig a trench. I got taught many
I love
times
that.
of how to dig a trench ready for growing runner beans, and rhubarb I know how to grow, and I've learned how to split it in the summer as well as the winter now. Uh,
Oh,
so, yep.
yeah, I need to split mine.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
bolts, so mine's nearly bolting now.
Ah,
Yeah, it definitely needs to be split because it's just too big.
okay.
But yes, it's interesting, isn't it? And and of course we've got the wonderful YouTube and all the different gardeners on there. I've recently discovered a gentleman. I think he must be in his 70s. He might be even in his 80s. I don't want to age him in any way, but his knowledge is incredible,
Yeah.
of what he does and how he does it, and he just sort of videos what he's doing, and it is sort of teaching other people, and it's a great learning platform. If you're not quite sure about something or there's nobody to ask, you just sort of put in, how do I do XYZ, and it'll come up with a few answers. And if you resonate with somebody on there, then, you sort of play the video a bit and see what they've got to say. I think it's great that, people are able to, do things and take things on by just learning from other people on social media that have learnt from other people on social media. It's kind of
Yeah,
it,
no, I do that quite a bit. I've
mm,
bought books from gardeners, um, into foraging as well, different
mm,
authors. But yeah, on Instagram, there's some great gardening tips,
yes,
and you suddenly think to yourself, "Oh, that's why it's not growing as it is. This is
yeah,
what I need to do," and swap it around, and you've got
yes.
a more fighting chance at it.
Yes. I'm learning a fair bit from a particular lady. She loves her wormeries and compost.
Okay, yes,
Um, and I learned something yesterday that not her, but somebody else said. So you make your compost, and it shouldn't be used as a mulch. It should be used for putting down holes when you plant something rather than a mulch. You use other things to mulch,
yeah,
like grass cuttings or leaves or
Right.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dry them. Yeah.
yeah. But
It's
she's
too,
passionate
too
about her
rich.
wormeries.
Yeah. It's too rich to use as a mulch.
Yeah,
You want it down so that the roots go down to it.
yes, yes. Yeah, it's really fascinating, and the knowledge that these people have just by doing it rather than, learning from other people because they like getting their hands into the earth and finding out. I think it's brilliant. You come, yes, I've done a good day. I've got earth under all my nails. It's lovely. Yeah, I think gardening is a great thing. And as I say, I'm not quite sure where it came from. Maybe my grandparents, because they loved their flowers in their garden. But yeah, so yeah, not necessarily our garden. It was sort of three-quarters of an acre, very overgrown, with goats, as I say, goats, and free-range guinea pigs.
Yeah.
And they went through to other people's gardens and ate their vegetables. Yeah, it was a bit embarrassing, really. They're shouting through the hedge, "Will you come and get your guinea pig? It's in my vegetable patch." I have images of that. Yes, it was very funny. But yes, it was all great fun back then. But yeah, it's yeah, I think outdoors is good, especially when the weather's fine-ish. It was a bit chilly yesterday to be outside, so I didn't. I take my hat off to you being outside um, gardening because yeah, it was a bit interesting.
Yeah, well, it was just one of those clients that only books every now and again. So you have to grab the chance because otherwise, next time you go, it's overgrown. And
Mm,
you're trying to get double the job done in the same amount of time.
yeah,
That don't work.
it doesn't know, but yes, it's yeah, I think yeah, and a lot. I've noticed a lot of people because of the lack of space outside. They're trying hydroponics.
Okay. Well, I've got stuff growing in my kitchen. I've got stuff growing where the laundry bit is. I've got stuff up in the second bedroom, which is my second sort of greenhouse. The only room where stuff isn't growing is my bedroom. I think everywhere else has got stuff on the grow. Yes.
Why not? I say,
Well, it's sunny windowsill, so I make
yeah.
use of
Well, yes, it'd be a waste if you didn't have something growing.
it.
Absolutely, yeah. But yeah, there's I think it's interesting, the hydroponics, where they just sort of have the nutrition in the water.
Yeah.
And yeah, growing, I think it's probably for people that haven't got gardens, perhaps, and they've got space indoors that they could use, because you can grow it up, can't you, rather than along.
And it's growing the microgreens that you
Oh, yes. Yeah,
yeah. So you can garnish dinners or you can
yeah.
make new salads. So
Mm.
it's getting your vitamins in you.
Yeah, and the intensity of flavor in those microgreens is incredible. There's a lady called Martha that I follow on social media, and
Yeah.
she I think her ancestry may very well be Mediterranean. So she likes sardines and that sort of thing. So she saves all her tins
Okay.
and she and
Yes.
she grows them. She shows in her shorts and some of her videos of what she does, and she just sort of sprinkles the seed in and then leaves them on top of each other. And then when they start sprouting, she brings them out so they sprout on the windowsill.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, the intensity of flavour of microgreens is quite incredible. And I believe there's an office space that couldn't be sold somewhere in London. I don't know where commercially they're growing microgreens for the restaurant businesses around the country. I think it's via hydroponics that they're doing this because there aren't any windows, and they're doing it in tiers with lighting.
Yeah.
And it's very interesting. But yes, it's I love the flavors. or you can do all sorts, can't you? Beetroots, parsnips, whatever you want. And they have the flavour of that, obviously the plant in the leaves, so you're getting the flavour as well as the nutrition.
Yeah, well, at the moment I've got chia seeds and peas starting to sprout, so that we can mix those in with your salads. Yeah.
Oh, and that I'd never even thought of sowing chia seeds. That's an idea.
Yes, they're really good.
Oh, okay.
Just
Yeah,
I just do it on damp kitchen paper on a
yeah,
little tray. Just make sure you keep it moist,
moist. Hmm.
uh, and they grow quite quickly.
Oh, well,
I
there's a thing.
enjoy pea shoots, so
Yes.
there's peas almost about to burst, so won't be
Mm.
long.
Yeah, pea shoots. So they got that. I love eating when we went to pick your own with my mum when we were
Yeah,
kids. We used to sit on the doorstep shucking the peas, and she'd wonder she'd wonder why there aren't very many peas. They were in there.
yeah, it's the best way.
It is so sweet. But the flavour of pea shoots is incredible. How the intensity of the flavour of the peas is in the. It. I find it fascinating,
Yeah, it's
really fascinating. But yeah, it's yes, I think it's quite a thing, isn't it? Us gardeners are strange people. Yeah, well, it's trial and error, isn't it? At the end of the day, you know,
yeah. I
try
just
some.
you know, sometimes you have to try different makes of seeds
Yeah.
to get ones to grow, to germinate. It's learning different methods. I've germinated things in the past in the fridge, um,
Mm,
in damp paper. It's quite amazing the different ways plants do germinate.
yeah. Yes, and I've heard some seeds you put in the freezer first.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's really bizarre, isn't it? What and of course, overseas and in hot countries, it's fire that regenerates seeds and everything coming up. So when there's a fire, very often you've got all the shoots coming up a little bit after the fire, but coming up after the fire. It's quite incredible, really. What clever things, aren't they, plants?
well, it's copying by putting in the freezer. It's copying the seasons
Yeah,
because it's putting it through winter, then giving it its spring, and
yeah,
then hopefully something in the summer. So
yes.
yeah,
Hopefully, fingers crossed. Oh dear, it's been a fascinating conversation. One of my loves of conversation is gardening, but thank you so much for your time, Sandra, this morning. And I hope our listeners thoroughly enjoy us two rabbiting on about gardening. So it's been lovely chatting to you, and I hope it won't be the last time we have a chat either.
okie dokie, yeah, that's good.
Thank you very much,
Have a good rest of the day.
and yourself.
All right.